Hey tubers, welcome back for another adventure. We're going to play a little game. I want you guys to guess how many golf carts I had. I want you to guess before you watch this video. So I really want to dig up a rear axle for that Taylor Dunn over there, and I'm trying to figure out if I have one in stock or what I need to do about it. So let's call this golf cart number 1. It is a Yamaha. It has no engine or rear axle in it, and underneath it has quite a bit of corrosion. I am looking at a nice roof, and there is a bed on it. So there we have number 1. Let's call this golf cart number 2. It is a club car. It runs, so there's nothing more that really needs to be said about it, except I should put a bed on it, and I should definitely cover up that motor. You know, it's really great to put a brand new starter on it and then have all kinds of stuff rain in on it. A lot of people don't realize if you leave this open like this, if snow settles in there, a lot of times with linkages like this, snow could sit there, melt. You can end up with the water in the case there, and eventually, the water could freeze and break the transaxle or many other things. So obviously I'm glad I'm out looking around because I have to do something about this. Okay, let's call the Taylor Dunn number 3, and this one I need to come up with that back axle for, as I said before. Number 4 is this Yamaha. It has a blown engine, and it looks like somehow or another they messed up the torque converter also. Comes with its very own snakeskin. Other than being blown up, I believe it's complete. Obviously well worn, and it has one of those custom roofs on it. I'm going to call this Kawasaki Mule number 5, and the reason why is I believe the rear axle, the transaxle, is out of a Yamaha. It's got a Predator motor, torque converter, that type of situation. So more or less it's a golf cart with a Kawasaki Mule on top. Number 6 is this Workhorse. It runs, it's ready to go, it's all set. I obviously need to drag it out of there and kind of bushwhack the weeds here a little. Number 7 is this Yamaha. I bought it at a car show. It looks like somebody had it at a camp or something. They ran the heck out of it. Looks like this one needs throwout bearings. It did not come with the drive part of the torque converter. It does have the rear axle in there with forward and reverse. And before I pick which one of these is going to be the donor for the Taylor Dunn, this one looks to have a pretty hefty looking back axle in it. I might want to look at this one a little closer. Maybe this should be the donor for that. Golf cart number 8 is a club car, and it's kind of piled in those weeds. Hopefully you can see it. Hopefully I can show it to you with no bee stings. This one is missing a bunch of small components, but the engine's in there. I believe the torque converter is in there. I know the rear axle's in there. So this is another possible with that forward and reverse. Kind of kept this one as a spare to the blue one, right? I always like having 2 of everything I own for spare parts. So there we are. Golf cart number 9 is this EZGO electric that I converted over to the Honda TRX 200 SX motor, forward, reverse. You know, you can see I put a straight axle on it. Boy, for some reason this looks racked. Shouldn't be. Anyway, so I guess this is number 9. Golf cart number 10 is another EZGO electric. And this is kind of hanging out for spare parts to the one I just talked about. I believe the electric motor's in there, but the rest of it is out. This is just the back end of a golf cart. You know, the rear axle, torque converter, and motor. Basically the drive system. I think I took it from the one by the white shed outside. Here are golf carts number 11 and 12. This one is, I think it's an EZGO electric. No, this was a club electric. It's got an aluminum frame. That's why I hung on to it. Aluminum frame is really nice on a golf cart. It makes it light. They don't rot out and so forth. So this one's a club electric. This is another Yamaha. I keep wanting to call it a beast of burden. It's known as a workhorse. And I don't believe there's a motor in here. Probably gonna get stung by a bee trying to figure that out. Yeah, this is by me, this is crazy bee season, when they can't wait to just mess with you. There it is. So I do have all kinds of bees that want a piece of me. It does have the rear axle in it, where right over here where the forward and reverse is, it looks a little bit butchered though. That's not good. So what was this, 11 and 12? And I think I only have one more. Here's number 13. It is another EZGO workhorse. There was an apartment complex that owned this before I got it. They put a fortune into it. They had the engine rebuilt. It's got one of those 2-cylinder Robins on it. And they couldn't get it to be reliable. Basically, they ended up selling it off. And the person I bought it had like a zero budget to fix it up. And it's a shame, because zero budget things don't get fixed up, right? You can't fix everything with a bit of chewing tobacco or bubble gum and baling wire, perhaps a little masking tape. Not everything can be fixed like that. Some things actually need some parts. As near as I could tell, before sitting around, this thing needed a starter generator, also had some electrical problems. But before that could all be sorted through, it sat, then the carburetor went ugly, and it picked up some more rust. Then the tires, of course, go flat. You know, things get complicated from there. So I believe this is unlucky 13 out of the litter. How many golf carts did you guys think I had? I'm always curious. Anyway, I want to thank you all for dropping by to watch and comment and subscribe. Please remember, feet down, heads up, and get out and enjoy each and every day. Bye now.